friends, welcome back. We're going to do a little more kids yoga and movement. If you're an adult, you're super welcome to join us. So we'll sit up nice and tall, let the shoulders soften, and I want you to bring your hand to your belly, please, and bring your other hand, let it just rest maybe on your heart. And then I want you to feel the belly puff up like a balloon. And I want you to feel the belly draw back. Yeah, feel the belly puff up like a balloon. And feel it draw back. Inhale, expanding. And exhale to draw back. Inhale, expanding. And exhale to draw back. Let's take a couple more deep inhales. Feel the belly expand. Deep exhale, feel it draw back toward the spine like it's deflating. The balloon is deflating. Inhale, expanding. And exhale to draw back. Really, really nice. So let's come to hands and knees, please. We're going to find our cat-cows. If you have a blanket and you would like it under your knees, you're always welcome to have a blanket under your knees, okay? You don't need one if you don't want one. We'll spread our fingers nice and wide. We'll pull our belly in. And then I want you to take that bottom and I want you to make some circles in your hips. One direction. Feel the breath deepen. And let's circle out the other direction. Really, really nice. Nice deep breaths. We're gonna keep your hands where they are. I want you to tuck your toes and press them back into a pretty short down dog right here. I want you to walk your feet about mat width apart and just let that bottom sway side to side. Nice deep breaths. And then we'll walk the feet all the way up to the hands. Drop your hips toward the ground, reach those hands back, stand all the way up. Take a nice deep inhale. Take your right hand around your left wrist and open over. Inhale, reach through center, and exhale, let's take the other side. Lovely, lovely. Inhale, reach through center. Exhale, bring your hands through your heart. I want you to bring your big toes to touch, okay? Big toes to touch, and then your heels are just a little bit away from each other. We're gonna take our hands to our heart, and we're gonna sink our hips toward the earth, like you're sitting into a chair. And then I want you to squeeze those knees together, okay? Beautiful. We're gonna inhale, reach those arms up, pull the belly in, and see if you can press your heart toward the ceiling. Lovely. Hands back to your heart and drop your hips toward the ground like you're sitting into your chair. Nice. Inhale, reach the hands up, pull the belly in, and press your heart toward the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, lower your hips. Inhale, reach the hands up, press your heart toward the ceiling, and exhale, bring your hands through your heart. Lovely. Let's take our feet nice and wide this time. So toes are toward the corners of the room. Pull the belly in, and we're gonna inhale, reach those hands up to the sky, let the shoulders soften. Exhale, sink your elbows down and sink your hips down. Nice, lovely. Bring your left elbow to your thigh and reach that right arm over the ear. Beautiful, lovely, lovely. And come all the way through center. And we'll take the other side. Pull the belly in. Come all the way through center. Straighten the legs, release your hands, and walk your feet together, please. So we're gonna take our toes toward the corners of the room. Heels in a little bit, and then if it's okay, we're gonna sink our hips down, bring our hands to our heart, and bring our elbows to our knees. So you might stay right here in your frog pose, tuck the chin, pull the belly in. Yep. If you would like to take a little hop and a little ribbit today, you're welcome to do so. So we'll inhale through our nose, and hop and ribbit. Let's do 4 more. Ribbit, ribbit, Take your hands to your heart, and then we're gonna sink our bottom to the earth, maybe awkwardly. And let's take our hands around our shins, please. Interlace your fingers, pull the belly in a lot, and we'll slowly roll back and roll up. Yep, like you're rolling like a ball. Roll back, roll up, roll back, roll up, roll back. This time we're gonna hold. I want you to try to balance. Take your hands behind your knees. You might stay here. You might release the knees. Or you might row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Bring your feet to touch, your knees out wide. Can you stay balanced? Might be a no. And then slowly curve your spine like you're curving into a C shape. Carefully roll back, and let's find a happy baby right here. Nice deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Hug the knees in toward your body. Give them a nice little sway right here. And then we'll take our hands behind our knees. We're gonna roll up to our seat, and I want you to come all the way up to standing when you're ready, okay? All the way up to standing when you're ready. Let's take those legs nice and wide. Get a little taller in the top of the head. Bring your right toes forward, your left toes in a little bit, bend your right knee, pull the belly in, and reach those arms out. And then you might pretend like you're finding a little wave and you're surfing. Feel the belly pull in, and then find a little bit of stillness. Yes. Slide the left hand down the leg, reverse your warrior. Right hand reaches back. Come all the way through center, hands to the hips, please. Straighten that right leg. Let's pivot the foot. Bring the left toes back and the right toes in just a little bit. Bend that left knee, pull the belly in. Reach those arms, lengthen the head, pull the belly in, and find a little surf. Nice deep breaths, you're doing great. And slide your right hand down, reach that left hand back, soften the shoulder, pull the belly in. Beautiful work, my friends. Come all the way through center. Straighten the leg, pivot that foot, take your hands right to your hips, and we're gonna gently and slowly hinge forward, and we're gonna bring the fingertips to the ground. And then inhale, lengthen up, soften the shoulders, pull the belly in. And with your exhale, bring your heart toward your legs. And feel the breath deepen. Soften the forehead. Gently bend your knees. Roll all the way up to standing. And let's just heel toe our feet together. So your feet are hip width apart. And just hula hoop your hips out one direction. And the other direction. We'll find a little bit of balance today. So grab a wall if you would like to. Ground into your left foot. Kickstand the right heel to the left ankle, or bring your foot to your calf or up to your thigh. And then you might stay here. You might reach the hands to the sky. And if it's okay, only if it's okay, I want you to see if you can slide the left hand across the base of the back and tip that right hand over to the left. Nice. Deep breaths. Awesome. All right, come all the way back through center and lower the foot. Hands to the hips. Ground into that right foot. Kickstand the left heel. Pull the belly in, or bring your foot or up to your thigh. Reach the hands to the sky, soften the shoulders. Nice, deep inhale. If it's okay, the right hand slides down the leg, the left hand reaches over to the right. Feel the belly pull in, and feel the breath deepen. Inhale, reach through center. Lower your foot, take your hands to your hips, and just hula hoop those hips one direction. And the other direction. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful. We're going to come all the way to our bottoms, please. And then I want you to roll onto your back and give those knees a nice little hug. And feel the breath deepen. We'll bring the left foot to the ground and just cross the right ankle over the left knee. So you might stay right here. It might feel good to bring the legs in toward the body. It might feel good to take that right hand through and that left hand around. And then let the shoulders soften. Feel the breath deepen. Inhaling and exhaling. And lower the left foot, lower the right. Perhaps cross the left ankle, maybe bring the legs in, maybe interlace your fingers. Nice deep breaths. And we'll hug our knees in. Give them a nice little squeeze. Take a roll to your left side and let your right shoulder open. And feel the breath deepen. Take a roll to your right side and let your left shoulder open. Feel the breath deepen. And take a roll through center and come all the way up to your seat. Come all the way up to your seat. Find your cozy spot. Bringing your palms up, get a little taller in the top of the head. Feel the shoulders soften, feel the breath deepen. Bringing hands to rest at your heart. Bringing to your heart, bringing to your hands something that you are grateful for. And carrying that gratitude with you into your day and week. The light in me sees the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Today we're going to make a peanut butter banana treat. This is a great summertime treat. All you have to do is take your overripe bananas, which I know oftentimes we have in our kitchen. Take your overripe bananas and stick them in the freezer. Peel them first, stick them in the freezer. And after they are frozen, you can take them out of the freezer and cut them up. So we're gonna use 3 bananas, overripe bananas, for this recipe. So I'm gonna stick this in my food processor. If you have a nice high-powered blender, you could do this in your blender as well. And if you don't have a blender or a food processor, you can just let the bananas thaw slightly, and then you can mash them with a fork. To that, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. And I think creamy peanut butter would work best for this recipe rather than chunky. But if chunky is all you have, you could use that as well. And you can see this is a recipe that being exact is not very important. I'm going to put my lid on. We're going to make some noise and mix this up. You might have to scrape the inside of your blender or your food processor to kind of get things to be mixed around. You can get a bowl out and spoon it into your bowl, and it's like the consistency of soft serve ice cream. You can sprinkle a little bit of strawberries or nuts on top, blueberries, and then you have a delicious treat. I'm gonna try it right now. That's yummy.
I am Douglas Greenaway, President and CEO of the National WIC Association, and I am glad that you have joined us for this Nutrition and Breastfeeding Conference. Among the many responsibilities that you have as WIC providers in support of WIC mothers and young children are provisions of the National Voter Registration Act. These require WIC to provide voter registration services, guidance, and support to WIC participants who choose to register to vote. I recognize that many of you feel that this requirement is not relevant to the nutrition mission of WIC. And yet it is important for us to remember that through the act of voting, the families we serve have the opportunity to register their approval of candidates for elective office who affirm and support the work of WIC. And in doing so, they also affirm the work that you do every day to reduce infant and maternal death, to support breastfeeding, to encourage and support healthy nutrition, to encourage life-protecting immunizations, to raise up healthy young children, and to affirm the critical nurturing roles of mothers and dads. The late Congressman, the Honorable John Lewis, reminded us regularly that the vote is precious. It is almost sacred. It is the most powerful nonviolent tool or instrument that we have in a democratic society, and we must use it. In his near lifelong struggle to assure that Black Americans had the right to vote without impediment, he recounted, "I was beaten, my skull was fractured, and I was arrested more than 40 times so that each and every one of us can register to vote." Around the world, democracy is at risk from those who deliberately create barriers to voting access, from the coronavirus, and from those who would use the virus to justify actions to impede the right to vote. The most fundamental source of democratic accountability is the voter. Your WIC responsibilities to support voter registration are essential to assuring that policymakers are held accountable for their actions. Were the Honorable John Lewis here with us now, I am certain that he would encourage you to do your part without reservation to assure that everyone who comes to WIC is registered to vote. Their future and your future depend on healthy, informed, registered, and engaged voters. Thank you.